Hello everyone, I'm Angela from Internet Plans and today I'll be doing my bullet journal setup for June 2020. For this month, I will be doing a drawing of a frog because I'm inspired by one of my colleagues and I'm not very good at drawing frogs, so this is how it's going to go. So the first thing I do is obviously the easiest thing is to write the word June. I decided not to write the year just because this whole book is for 2020. I thought it was kind of redundant to write the year in a book where every month is for this year, so I'm just going to forget about it. And underneath the frog, I decided to draw this lily petal that frogs usually stand on, and then I also drew some little leaves and the sea or the lake. Oh, where does frogs live? So anyway, my knowledge of frogs are really limited, so I have no idea what other things I can draw in a theme with a frog in it. So I decided to draw all sorts of water plants. Well, not all sorts, I only kind of chose two that is easier to draw, and I incorporated it in all my spreads in this setup. So for the June month at a glance page, I decided to draw this plant that has a heart shape as its leaves, and that has to be the only reason I chose this plant, because I love the heart shape, and of course it's easier to draw than other things like leaf flowers or roses, and I didn't want to make it a really difficult thing to do, so I didn't try and do watercoloring or adding any other colors with my pens. So I am going to be doing black and white drawings for this whole month's setup. So the rest of the next few minutes are going to be me trying to draw all the boxes in this spread. So I'm just going to talk about other things. So this is the third month that I've been working from home. It was since my Taiwan trip from March, and I have to say that I've been enjoying the whole experience the whole time. And I know it's probably chaotic out there, outside my room, outside my house, even outside of Singapore, and I just feel that because I've been cooped up in my room and in my apartment, I just don't see all the chaos, and all I see is my books, my laptop, and my TV. And I've been very content these last 3 months, and knowing my personality, I just don't like to watch the news. I don't like to know anything political because I don't want to form an opinion. I feel like when I form an opinion, I have very strong, very intense feelings about some things, and I just don't want that. It gives me a headache and it makes me think about how I want to do things outside a lot more, and I don't want that. I want to focus on myself. I want to focus on being someone that I am proud to be, and I don't want to be influenced by events outside of the apartment. But of course it's impossible not to be influenced, and it's obviously quite stupid to not try and know what's going on out there just because it's going to make me ignorant. And well, ignorant is bliss, and I want to stay in that bliss forever, but sometimes it's just stupidity. So I know a bit of what's happening outside. I just like to ignore it, and that's it. So political things and economic things are just stuff that I don't like to think about. I like to think about my planning, my reading, my dramas and series, and just all sorts of entertainments, and obviously some of my work that I need to do, and designing and drawing and illustrating. All of my interests are just things that I want to focus on right now. So on this page, I'm actually drawing my mood tracker. I'm just drawing lots of different leaves, and I'll be drawing a legend at the end after this, so I'll know which color to fill in when I am feeling happy or when I'm feeling sad. And the colors I chose are all colors of leaves. I chose some green, some red, some yellow, just to make it sound like just to make it look like it's in the winter or the spring, depending on my mood. I actually like the red orange kind of leaves more than the green ones, so those are the happy leaves, and then the green color ones are just so boring, so those are going to be my sad leaves. So at the end of the month, I'll just see what color is occupying most of the page, and I'll know how happy I was the month. Okay, so right now I'm drawing my notes page. I realized that I haven't had a notes page for the previous months, and I really needed one. I don't have space to write in this journal things like just random things like when I have meetings and when I have to submit this, what's the deadline of that, what are my bill due dates, and then I just squeeze them into another book, which I then have to transfer into this book when I set up each week. And I don't really want to draw all the weeks straight from the start when I'm setting up my bullet journal. I want to do each week as the week comes, and if a event is going to be happening like 2 weeks after, I won't have space to write it in. So I want to like have a notes page where I can just jot those things down, things like I want to read this book on this date, I want to finish writing a book review by that date, I want to finish drawing this illustration by 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, and I'll need space to write all of that. So yeah, my notes page. Of course, this can also be the page where I jot down ideas of videos that I can film for this channel, or even just ideas for next month's bullet journal setup. So yeah, this is the first month I'm trying to film with different angles. I am a little bit frazzled when I'm trying to film this. I didn't know when to change the angle. I have no idea how people can like film different angles. When like, do you use 2 tripods, or do you stop and decide, oh, you want to film this angle, or do you like do the same thing twice? I know that when you're filming a theatric performance or even a movie, you would do the same thing a few times and you take different angles. But I feel like this is not easy to do when you're trying to set up your bullet journal. It's difficult to draw the same thing exactly the same way twice and film it in different angles, and I don't want to spend that much time drawing on 2 different books or drawing the same thing in the same book. This is just a waste of paper, by the way. So yeah, I kind of planned when I wanted to change my angle, and I just drew everything, and then I moved my camera to the other side, and then I drew another thing, and it's just kind of a hassle. So I might not want to do this for the next month. Oh, okay, I was really proud of this page. I have no idea what I was doing. I'm just drawing lines and drawing the leaves, but it turned out really good. I love the simplistic way of the dividers. It looks like they are just branches with leaves on it, and it looks really there isn't really a lot of illustrations, but it makes the page looks really filled out, and the space was divided really well. There are spaces for writing lots of stuff. There isn't a restriction, and if I don't have enough space, well, I have stickers and post-it notes to use. So yes, this is my June spread. I hope you guys like it. I loved it. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.